Brock Lesnar is now 1-1 with Cody Rhodes. But what's next? The Beast Incarnate at WrestleMania 39 defeated the gigantic Omos in a rather forgettable match, depending on who you talk to. We're in a very rare territory. For really 9 years now, almost every single rivalry with Brock has involved the WWE World title. To put it into perspective, Brock won 7 out of his 10 World Championships in the last 9 years. 6 of them happened only since 2017. In 2017, Lesnar was getting a lot of flack from some fans that felt like he was just milking the Suplex City gimmick at some point and just not giving them the beastly effort they had known him to deliver. And after several years at the top of the card, in the championship scene, almost without any pausing, it just seemed like the city dwellers in Suplex City were growing restless with the mayor of Suplex City. It was only after his matches that were very well received, incredible bouts with AJ Styles in 2017 and an instant classic with Daniel Bryan in 2018, that this fickle fandom were reminded that Brock Lesnar is, still Brock Lesnar, one of the greatest to ever do it. There aren't many pro wrestlers in the world who can simply decide to put on a performance they feel is good or bad the way that Brock does, and walk away from it consequence-free. But there are rules for others to follow, and then there's just different rules for Brock Lesnar. That's probably the reason why WWE approached him about potentially facing the mystical and supernatural Bray Wyatt, which doesn't really cling well to the character of realism and brutality that is Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, and he reportedly shut down this idea, leading to the big match with Omos in Los Angeles. The post-WrestleMania scene for Brock took a very wild turn, where when more than a year and a half we had seen him as a jovial babyface, wearing a cowboy hat, sneaking more jokes in there, it was a fresh turn for him. But an even fresher one came when he turned on Cody Rhodes on the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania, where Cody was trying to get some revenge on Roman Reigns, maybe Brock finding some backdoor way into the whole title scene since he had been knocked out of it. No, he's gonna give Cody an F5. This would have been his first match on Raw in nearly 2 decades, but no, he's gonna give him an F5. Of course, it wasn't meant to be, and what we got instead was a heel turn with Lesnar assaulting Cody Rhodes to kickstart their program. It was certainly a more exciting angle than anything he had done in the last little while. Yeah, bigger than Omos. Not literally, but you know what we're getting at. According to what Wade Barrett had said one time on commentary, Lesnar was angry that he opened the card on WrestleMania 39 while Cody got to headline it. I'm mad about it. I'm gonna suplex somebody. Guess it would have been better off if they simply didn't provide any reason at all. But hey, Cody versus Brock on paper is pretty sweet. And the first clash between them in an electric crowd in Puerto Rico at Backlash served to be a very strong headlining match that was memorable and bloody, with Cody Rhodes being able to use his legitimate wrestling skills to out-wrestle the very decorated and legitimate combat sport great Brock Lesnar. Cody was able to scrape one out, outsmarting Lesnar, but it wasn't something that wasn't going to come without some consequences. Following this up on the Monday Night Raw that would follow during the World Heavyweight Championship tournament, Lesnar would attack Cody, taking him out of the first round and costing him a championship opportunity, famously screaming, "Look at this face! Look at my face!" Heading into the rematch between Lesnar and Rhodes, Lesnar made sure to continuously brutalize Cody to the point of breaking his arm. Despite Cody not being cleared to wrestle and unsanctioned for combat, Triple H telling him not to compete, he insisted on making the trip to Saudi Arabia. The outcome of the second match was no surprise, although it was interesting that WWE chose to have Cody pass out rather than tap out, still giving him a valiant loss. It was Lesnar that left with his hand raised when the referees stopped the match. And that's where we stand right now, 1 win apiece between Cody and Lesnar, and we're getting the inevitable rubber match, and that seems to be one that has 2 options to close out the trilogy: Money in the Bank in London or SummerSlam in Detroit. Yeah, do you choose a big show that's in a foreign international market or a huge show that's in a giant stadium? It would make a lot of sense to do the match at Money in the Bank, the first London premium live event in nearly 21 plus years, but at the end of the day, SummerSlam is still SummerSlam. Yeah, it's the second biggest show of the year, and either way, you get more of Cody and Brock, and we're gonna get it, so several reports seem like we're gonna get a stipulation added to up the ante and violence in this bout, and the indications say that we're getting this match at SummerSlam. One thing that seems to be certain is the rivalry has been tailor-made for the valiant all-American hero Cody Rhodes to break out as WWE's top superhero and get him back on track for that rumored and widely speculated return match with Roman Reigns at next year's WrestleMania in Philadelphia. But what about Brock? We can see him taking a long hiatus after SummerSlam, yes, going back to the cave where he'll eat some raw meat or something in the Canadian Outback area, with reports stating that he is on a 5-match deal, though not confirmed by him. WrestleMania 40 could be where we see him again, or maybe popping up somewhere he wants to be. It's Brock. He determines his future. Apart from a potential one-off match, who knows? What's next for Brock? Then, what about those rumors of Brock just calling it a career, something that he potentially did when we were going into the COVID era and Brock just didn't want to perform in front of no fans? In an April 2023 interview with ESPN MMA, Lesnar showed he has a yet-to-be-determined status with his WWE future. Every time that I think that I'm done, I'm looking to, then I get in the ring and I get to the building, and that's the part of the business that I really love. I left the business early because I just didn't like the travel. I'm just a simple man, and it was just too much for me at the time. But I don't know how much more that I don't know how long I'm gonna be around. I don't know that. Whether he retires in the near future or simply keeps beasting on, Brock Lesnar has a certified Hall of Fame career as inarguably one of the most successful legitimate athletes to transition into pro wrestling. Only a handful of superstars over the course of wrestling history have had the power both in the ring and out of it to determine their own path. No one in wrestling can dictate what they want to do in their career the way that Brock can. With his otherworldly status as one of the most legitimate badasses of all time, do you doubt it? It's Brock's world, and we just get to watch what happens.